Another call from 337. What's up?
Hey, salute to Barbershop Conversations. It's a real rap.
Hey, what's up?
Yeah, salute to the brother Craig Hodges.
Appreciate you, brother.
Yes, sir. Hey, Craig Hodges, I got a two-part question, big dog. Um, the first part was about Kyrie. I wanted to ask, like, how'd you feel about him? It was a quote that I wanted to read from him. It says, "It's time we take all our native, indigenous, black culture, business, ideas to a new place as a collective and protect it, just like other cultures have done. Build our own. It's clear white supremacy and corporations use us native, indigenous, black folk when it's beneficial for their agenda and pockets. To be aware of the truth in plain sight, family. How are we going to break these generational curses that have been put on us purposely to kill us and our families off, taking our land and culture back? Our ancestors are watching and protecting us now more than ever. This is for our future's kids, and we're the generation that will change this."
Yes, sir. Amen. Amen, brother. That's a prayer, brother. That's a prayer for me because it shows how, man, it's certain words that you can put together in such a way that makes it that a person that who's ever reading it or who's ever receiving it can feel the energy in it. And that the way he put that together lets me know from where I sit that it's bigger than him and that this message is coming through him. And sometimes these messages come through you and they bigger than you. And if you are conscious and if you tap into that spirit, it's gonna capture you. And that's where he is now. And it's beautiful to see that, young brother is feeling the pain of the ancestors, and he's not gonna allow his being to be utilized in any other way other than bringing that into reality, man. And I applaud him for it. And brother Kyrie, if you're listening, brother, hey, hit me up, and I'm gonna reach out for you anyway.
Dope. You had the second part, or
yeah, like the second part was like the famous 3-point contest. I wanted to ask, like, the type of zone that you were in. I was wondering if you could expound on, like the type of focus that it takes to get to that level. You know what I'm saying? Like to be able to make 24 straight 3-point shots. Like that's a crazy zone.
One of the things, brother, is like when we look at it, for me, I was blessed to learn shooting from my uncles at an early age, and I worked on it. Now, when I lost the first competition, I think I lost the first 4 or whatever. And my mindset during those first ones was I was in a shooting competition. And I put pressure on myself that was an illusion. The 3 that I won in a row, and especially the one that I made 19 in a row, I went into it with the mindset of a game mentality. That when we got to All-Star Weekend, I went to my room. I had my family, they weren't with me. I took it as I was going into a game, but in this game, all I had to do was shoot the ball. I didn't have to chase Isaiah down. I didn't have to guard Benny Johnson. All I had to do was just catch it and shoot it. So in my mind, every time I lifted it off the rack, I was catching a pass and going into my rhythm of it. And for me, at that point in time, the 19 in a row that I speak of, in 1991, I believe it was, Cliff Levingston, who my boy, he was my hype man. And the whole time leading up to it, he's like, "Yeah, Hodge, man, you getting," and so he's getting me amped, and at the same time, he's talking big garbage to the competitors. Oh man, ain't no way you're gonna beat Hodge and all this. So putting pressure on them. And before I went out and made the 19 in a row, me and him was in such almost a game mentality where we getting ready to go out here and roll on these folks. And I told him, man, I'm getting ready to go out here and make every shot. So brother, as I was shooting, I was literally hearing the ball go through the net on the first 19. When I shot the 20th one, it felt better than the other 19 had. And that was the only one that I didn't hold my follow through. And when the ball came out, it literally surprised me that them other shots I was just shooting by myself. It wasn't. I was just shooting. When the ball came out, I realized that I was in the arena with 20,000 people, and I had to get back. It kind of shook me, and I get back on my rhythm of it. And at that point, I think I made 2 out of 5 on the next rack. But in my mind, I had made them all before I went into it, and then I got out of the way of keeping my form on the 20th one. But one thing about it, brother, you know, they call it a zone, but I think of it as putting yourself training to a degree that when the opportunity presents itself, you're prepared. But on any given day, even your preparation, you can come up short. All right, you can come up short of what and where you thought it was going to be. And then there are times when you can put out an effort and you know you're going to come up short and you exceed the expectations that you have. So what that allowed me to do was learn to get out of the way. Get out of the way. That I've trained. Now, today's the day to perform. So go do what you've been doing. And I think that's probably the easiest way to put it. And that a zone is that you working on whatever craft you've been working on. And at this moment, you're able to put it all together to get it to come out like you saw it and visualize it coming out.
Facts.
Appreciate you calling in. Appreciate you, real. Thanks, brother.
Hey.
All right, one.
Hey, Fred.
Yes.
Hey, like the last thing. Hey, look. Like that to the brother Craig Hodges. Hey, look. Like the bills, you know what I'm saying? Like we always try to correlate it to life, right? So like with everything that Craig Hodges said, you know what I'm saying, with preparation presents opportunity. You know what I'm saying? I always tell brothers that, you know what I'm saying, like when we build and when you prepared in life, you know what I'm saying, that's when opportunity presents itself. I just wanted to say that on closing. But I appreciate the wisdom, brother.
Thank
you.
You.
Appreciate it, Fred.
Thank you, brother.
A couple of questions, Mr.